What's up, folks? Garage is a place where many creative ideas came out and a lot of inventions happened in garage, especially in the Silicon Valley. So you want to keep your garage at the best level. Now today I'm going to show you how to spruce up your garage. All right, folks, the delivery truck just came in. And so let's just jump right into unboxing of this. I'm really impressed about how well packaged this came in and delivered. A very clean packaging. We have two big boxes and one electrical connections and lights box. New age garage cabinets come in two lines, a bold series and a pro series. And this is a bold series. And I'm going to show you pro series after that. So when you choose the series, it's very important that they fit in your garage. So stay until the end of the video and I'm going to show you exactly all the criteria you should look at to choose the right garage cabinets. Otherwise you'll order one and it will not fit in. Okay, so let's continue the unboxing and I have my QA team right here to check and looks like he's satisfied with the packaging. I have this plastic cabinet which I am replacing with the new age bold set. Now this is looks a little shabby, not too bad. It served its purpose and it is actually very functional. But looks wise, I would love to get something better, and that's where the new cabinets come in. So let's continue to cut these straps with scissors. They come out pretty well, so you cut them in middle and save it for later. Once you open, this box kind of opens like a candy box. Have your QA team check the inside thoroughly, and if you see any damage, call the customer service. Otherwise, proceed. The locker is inside, and then within it, there are styrofoam boxes and the smaller cabinets stacked. They are pretty much pre-assembled, except the legs and any other hardware. Don't throw the styrofoam and the boxes yet. You can use them to lay the cabinets on the floor on these boxes on the stacked styrofoam so that they don't get damaged. You can protect basically the finish by doing that. So see how I put the boxes and then put those styrofoam, and I'm going to actually start laying this cabinet or a locker on those styrofoam pieces. Make sure you turn the cabinet around or the locker around and lay it on the back. Also stack it inside that small box cover so it doesn't get damaged. I've seen people laying it on its front and damaging the front. Never do that. So you can use those styrofoam pieces that we saved like this and then turn it around. You can turn it around very easily with one person. Hold it on the top and use your foot to slowly push it on one corner and it just turns very easily. I opened the small box, and inside the small box, there are many pieces of hardware. First of all, the brackets, the legs. So these are basically to adjust the height of the cabinets, and there are many washers. You need two screwdrivers, a little bit longer screwdrivers, a flat head and a Phillips head. If you have short one, they may not go through those holes, and it's difficult to tighten them. So better to get at least maybe around 6 inches long screwdrivers. I'm using one of the cardboard boxes to keep these things organized. You can use another plastic bag. The big pieces will not be lost, but the small screws, you have to be careful about losing them. The legs or the brackets supporting this cabinet look pretty sturdy. I'm installing the legs or the brackets on the cabinet while the cabinet is laid on the cardboards flat on its back. When I'm installing these brackets, I want to make sure that they are all aligned. So I don't want to tighten them all. So I put them and then tighten the outside screws, and then I'm tightening the inside one by one. So once these brackets are in, I'm installing the leveling nuts. They look sturdy and they have a nylon or plastic back, which is easy to slide or which is easy to adjust. I used a small tape to basically make sure that they are all the same length. All right, now it's time to stand up this locker. So we have everything installed on this, and it's time to stand up I used a piece of the cardboard that came in to stand it up so that it can be slided very easily. If you try to put it on floor, maybe it's not that easy. But as you can see, I can just move it with my foot and just push it. There are few different ways you can install these in your garage. One of the ways is put them on floor like I am showing it now. This is the one I like better because you can move them around as you like. And then use a level from hardware store to make sure they are leveled. The second method is to put the back legs on the top of the ledge and use wooden blocks or bricks to support the front legs so that they are leveled. This way you can utilize that 4 or 5 inches of the ledge and you don't waste space. And the third method is to install some mountings on the wall on the studs using stud finders and mount these cabinets directly on those. That will make them very sturdy, but then the downside is you cannot move them around. You will end up with a fixed configuration. I am using the same technique for the smaller one. It is comparatively light, so I just put it on cardboard, flipped it around, and then installed all the hardware. After assembling these four pieces, it's time to move on to the toolbox. Take the drawers out and then flip the toolbox around, or you could just leave the drawers in and carefully just put it upside down so you don't have to take them out and put it in. But it's up to you. I found it just easier to flip it without taking the drawers out. Then you position the rollers. So this is how they look. I have put these rollers on the toolbox or tool chest, and now I realize my mistake. So I put those rollers, the ones that have these locks, in the back, which is not correct. Actually, they should be in the front. So I will have to take them out and put them in the front. I think by watching this video, you can avoid that mistake. Now that I have all the individual pieces assembled, it's time to put them together. And I want to be creative and not just follow what the company shows on their website. So I tried different combinations. I'm showing them all to you. The process to install the Pro series is exactly same as that for the Bold series, except that you need two people. The Bold series is relatively light, so you can install with one person. But for Pro series, definitely have one of your friends with you or spouse with you because it's heavy. Great, our assembly is now complete and we can call it a success. Let's take a look at how these two models or series stack up against each other. The main difference here is based on the build. So the Pro series is made from 18 gauge versus the Bold series, which is made from 22 gauge material. When it comes to the gauge, more is less and less is more. So Pro is thicker material and Bold is little bit thinner material. That actually also makes a difference in the capacity. So the Pro can take up to 1,000 pounds versus Bold can take up to 800 pounds. The other big difference is in sizes. So the Bold series comes in 72-inch height versus the Pro series is 80-inch in height. I'm at least talking about the lockers. Depending on how high your ceiling is in the garage and how big or tall cabinets you want, you will have to choose between these two. The second big difference is in height and depth. The Bold series comes in 72-inch height and 18-inch depth, and the Pro series comes in 18-inch height and 24-inch depth. In terms of how wide the cabinets or the lockers are, there are more choices in the Bold series versus the Pro. The colors are pretty much the same choices are there, but sometimes you do see different variations. And also, depending on where you buy them, there may be different color combinations available. For example, warehouse clubs have different color combinations sometimes, and some home improvement stores may have different color combinations. So you have to then take a look at different sources and choose between them. Other than those main differences, the rest of the features are very similar. A Pro has a little better soft close hardware compared to Bold, but then they both have heavy duty welded steel frame, industrial paint finish, and they're all fully lockable. As you can see, The choice depends on how much space do you have in your garage. So if you have a very narrow garage, you might want to put Gold series, which is a little shallow in the sense the depth is less. And if you have a lot of space, you might want to put Pro series. Pro series is deeper, and so you'll get more storage, but then you need more space to put them. Both series offer good amount of width variations, so you can choose based on the size that you have. Second big criteria is going to be how strong you want those. What kind of material are you going to put, or the items are you going to put in those cabinets? If you have a lot of heavy things to put, go for Pro series. But if you don't want to spend too much, Bold series is great. So hopefully this comparative information will help you in choosing the right cabinets for your own project. Best luck in your cabinet installations, guys, and let me know in comments what you feel about this video, as well as if you have any questions, and I'll try to answer them. Folks, if you liked my video and you want me to make more of these videos, please like and subscribe, and let me know what kind of topics you want me to address in the next videos.